Hi! Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat, sa mga nanonood ng video na ito. My name is Teacher Marian. I'm a Filipino speech and language pathologist. And welcome to my channel, Teacher Marian SLP. So if this is the first time you're watching my video, please subscribe to my channel so you'll get updates for my latest videos. Ito po yung aking 5th video. Okay, yung last video ko was uploaded almost a year ago. So, sobrang tagal na po. Praise God, I was able to find time again to make another video. So, for my 5th video, ang topic po natin ay when do we say or how can we know that my child has speech delay or is in need of speech therapy? Okay, so yan ang ating topic na i-discuss ngayon. And before I proceed with the details, okay, I just want to give you a brief background how I came up with this topic. So kasi mga first quarter of this year, I have a friend who consulted me about her child. So she sent me some videos of her child doing activities at home. Okay, with her permission po, I'm sharing her story. Okay, and then, at first glance, wala naman ako nakitang problem, okay, doon sa bata, or wala ako nakitang concern. Kasi, mukha naman siyang attentive doon sa ginagawa niyang activity, and quite responsive also to his mom, okay, in the videos. However, when I asked more questions kay mommy, doon sa friend ko, I found out na wala pa siya talaga masyadong words na sinasabi, okay? At 2.5 years old, less than 10 words yung nasasabi ng bata. And hindi siya consistently nag-imitate, okay? Very selective yung pag-follow din niya ng instructions, although he can, pero ayun nga, sometimes sumusunod, other times hindi. Okay, so immediately, I asked her to bring her child sa akin. So, we set an appointment for a speech and language screening. And then, that's when I found out after the screening na, yun nga, tama naman yung naisip ng friend ko na baka nga may speech delay na yung anak niya. Because apparently, from the results of my screening, I found out na approximately 1 year na yung delay ng anak niya from the speech and language skills that are expected for his age. Okay, so right away, we proceeded with speech and language intervention. So, at that point, naisip ko lang na how many parents are actually like my friend who are thinking if their child has speech and language problem or delays, pero hindi nila sure, hindi nila alam paano malalaman, at hindi rin nila alam saan pupunta or sino yung i-consult. Hence, this video. So, my objective is to give information, valuable information to parents who are experiencing this situation. And hopefully, matulungan ko sila sa gagawin nila sa kanilang anak. Okay, so ito na, i-discuss na natin. How do we really know kung meron ng communication delay or kailangan na ng speech therapy ng bata? So, para malaman natin yan, okay, we have to identify kung may red flags na that the child is demonstrating. Para malaman natin kung may red flags, we have to be familiar sa mga speech and language milestones or speech and language skills that the child should exhibit or demonstrate at certain ages. Okay, so for the purpose of this video, I'll be discussing the milestones for children age 1 to 3 years old. Okay, bakit ko napili yung age group na yan? Okay, because according to studies, the peak of speech and language development ay nangyayari sa age 1 to 3 years. Okay, so kung yung anak ninyo ay may mga skills na hindi pa ini-exhibit, okay, na based sa mga i-discuss ko later, at 3 years old na siya, okay, you might consider consulting a professional. Okay, so I'll also discuss yung mga steps, okay, kung anong gagawin if you opt for a consultation later on. So, mayroong next part itong video ko. Alright, so, yung mga i-discuss ko pong speech and language milestones, I based it sa ASHA, American Speech Language Hearing Association. So, this is an international association, but it's based in US. So, it's for speech and language pathologists as well as for audiologists. Okay, so very reliable po itong source na to. Okay, and of course, as a speech and language pathologist, I'll also be including na rin po yung experience ko, okay, in my practice. So, let's start. Okay, for children, 1 to 2 years old, okay, ito po yung mga ine-expect natin for their communication skills. So, the child can point to a few body parts or pictures in a book when asked, okay, or when you ask. Ibig sabihin po, nakakapag-identify na sila ng mga common body parts kapag tinanong natin. Hindi po yung kapag ginagaya nila sa video ha, iba po yun, yung may kumakanta ng head, shoulders, knees, and toes, gagayahin po nila. Okay, that's different po. Dito po, ang tinutukoy natin, when we say, where is your mouth? Where are your hands? Show me your feet. Okay? Magre-respond po sila kung ano yung tinukoy nating body part. Okay? And as well as the pictures in a book. So, for example, you have story time or storytelling with your child before bedtime. Okay? So, makaka-point siya dun sa mga pictures that you will ask him. So, kunyari, where is the dog? Okay, point to the boy. Where is the cup? Okay, so yun, nakaka-point po sila sa mga pictures in a book. Okay, aside from that, a child na 1 to 2 years old, okay, can already follow one part instructions. So, ano yung mga example nito? Ito po, for example, get your milk or put on your shoes. Okay, so yan po yung mga one part na simple directions that they can carry out. Okay, what else? A child, okay, can respond to simple questions. So, ano po yung mga simple questions na natutukoy natin? Ito yung mga what's that? What's on your head? Where's your toy? Okay, or who's that? Okay, yan po yung mga simple questions that they can respond to. Okay? Sometimes, hindi verbally, okay, pero they could respond to you through gestures like pointing. Okay? And then, that tells you na itindihan nila yung question mo. Okay? And then, another skill that we're expecting at this age group ay they're able to listen to simple stories, songs, and nursery rhymes. So, nandun na po yung appreciation nila of listening activities. Nag-engage na sila. Okay? When you read stories to them or when you sing nursery rhymes together, nandun na po yung connection, yung interaction. Okay? And then, they also use a lot of new words. So, ito na po yung age na ang dami na nilang natututunan new words, okay? And then, in terms of articulation or speech, okay, meron na rin po silang napoproduce ng mga consonants, okay? Such as yung p, b, m, and w, okay? At napoproduce po nila itong mga consonant sounds na ito in words, meaning hindi lang po nila basta ito vino-vocal play or nabababble. Talaga pong ginagamit nila in words. For example, natatawag na nila yung papa. or mama. Okay? So that means yung consonant na p and m, they were able to use meaningfully in words. Okay? What else? Yon, aside from identifying pictures or pointing to pictures in books when you ask them, medyo nagsastart na rin po sila to label those pictures by themselves. Okay? And they also ask questions. Syempre, simple questions lang din po. Like, what's that? Who's this? Okay? Where's kuya? Alright, so yan po yung mga natatanong nilang simple questions sa atin. Okay, and ito yung very distinct characteristic ng 2-year-olds, okay, when it comes to speech or communication. Nakakapag-combine na po sila ng 2 words to make phrases. Okay, so for example, ito yung more milk, bye daddy, or go car. So, meron na silang 2 words that they put together, nagiging phrase po siya. Okay, so yan po na-observe natin sa mga 2-year-olds. Okay, so let's move on naman po sa mga milestones or communication skills ng 2 to 3-year-olds naman po. Okay, so at this age, nakaka-understand na po sila ng mga opposite concepts. So what are these? Ito po example nito yung mga big, small, up, down, okay? So, naintindihan na po nila yan. Not necessarily alam nila na opposites ang tawag dyan or antonyms, okay? Kasi, hindi pa naman sila into formal school. Pero, naintindihan na po nila, okay? And then, when it comes to following directions, mas mahaba na po yung directions that they could understand and carry out. So, kanina, at 1 to 2 years old, they can only follow one step, diba? One step direction. At this point, 2-part na po. So, 2-part directions na. Ano example niyan? Kunyari po, get the cup and give to mommy. So, 2 parts kasi, first part niya, get mo lang yung cup, tapos yung second part, ibibigay kay mommy. So, hindi mo na kailangan i-cut into 2 parts na hiwalay, into separate parts yung instruction. Naiintindihan nila na magkasama yun. Okay, tas may sequence. Alright. Aside from that, okay, eto na, they understand new words quickly. So, eto na yung stage. So, for the parents na merong older kids, diba, na okay po yung development ng kanilang communication. Remember the time na kahit anong sabihin mo, basta marinig nung bata, gagayahin niya. Tapos magugulat ka na lang, sinasabi na niya. Minsan nga lang, in an appropriate way, okay, or context. Pero ito yung time na sobrang parang sponge sila in terms of absorbing new words, new vocabulary, and concepts. So, kaya po, ito yung time din na we have to be extra careful as parents on what and how we communicate, 'di ba? Kasi ako po personally, yan, as a parent, may mga experience ako sa ganyan eh. So, nakakopy nung bata kung paano ko pagalitan, for example, yung kuya. Alright? So, ayun po. Ito yon, ito yung stage na yon. And then, dahil nga po mabilis sila mag-learn ng words, okay, they have a word for almost everything that they want to say. So, ito na rin po yung point na yung dating way of communication nila is through gestures. Ngayon po, mas nagiging dominant na yung use of words instead of gestures. Although, they could still combine gesture and verbal output. Pero, ma-observe nyo po na mas madalas ng words yung ginagamit nila kaysa po yung pointing. 'Di ba? Pointing po kasi is a gesture. So, instead of pointing, nasasabi na nila ano yung pinopoint nila. Okay? And dito na rin po yung, syempre, nawawala na rin po yung jargons. Okay? What are jargons? Jargons are the child's expressions, okay, to express his needs or his ideas. But these are not true words. Okay? When I speak to parents, ang way nila to describe the jargons ay kapag nagpo-produce ng jargons yung mga anak nila, they describe it as yung anak ko, nagsasalita siya na parang German or Chinese na hindi ko maintindihan. Okay? So, it's like your child is speaking in a different language. Okay? Looks like she's telling you something. Okay? Mukhang nagkikwento, mukhang nagsusumbong, pero hindi real words yung ginagamit niya. So, yun exactly. Yun po yung jargons. Okay? So, alam niyo po yan, mommies and daddies, if you are experiencing it now. Okay? With your child. So, ayun po. So, at this point, sa age na 2 to 3 years old, eto na po yung point na nawawala na po yung jargons at nare-replace na po siya talaga ng true words, I mean. Okay? And then, they can also talk about things that are not present in their immediate environment. So, for example, wala pa sa house si mommy, your child will ask, "Where's mommy?" Okay? Or for example, ito na rin yung age na malala niyang mag-ask or mag-request ng french fries from McDonald's kasi naalala niya na gusto niyang kumain nun. Okay? So, kahit wala po sa immediate environment niya ang McDo, wala kayo sa McDonald's mismo, naisip niya. Okay? So, ito po yung age na yon. Aside from that, with articulation or speech, nadagdagan na rin po yung consonant sounds na kaya niyang i-produce. So, kung at the age of 1 to 2 years old, the sounds that the child can produce are the consonant sounds using the lips only. Okay? Itong age na to, the child can already produce consonant sounds using his tongue. Okay? Kasi, at this age, nagde-develop na rin po yung tongue movements ng bata. That's why he can already produce more complex consonant sounds. Okay? So, meron na siya ngayong k, g, meron na ring t, d, and n. Okay? So, makikita nyo po, di ba, using the tongue to produce those sounds. Okay? So, itong mga sounds na to, your child can already use them in words. So, hindi lang siya basta randomly nagme-make ng d sound. Okay? Ginagamit niya talaga into a word. For example, masasabi na niya ang dog or masasabi niya na ang daddy. So, ibig sabihin, may meaning yung sinasabi niya using the sounds. Okay? What else? Your child can also use words that indicate possession. For example, in, out, under. Okay? So, yan po. Also, in terms of the length of his utterances, in addition to the two-word phrases, your child will start communicating through simple sentences. So, at least 3 words in an utterance. So, yan po yung in terms of the sentences or the sentence production. Okay, and then the people who are familiar to your child can easily understand what the child is saying. Okay? Kasi nga po, dumadami na yung consonant sounds niya at meron na rin siyang appropriate words for almost everything that he wants to say. And then, nakakapag-string na rin siya ng words to make sentences. So, mas naiintindihan na siya at mas intelligible na rin po yung articulation niya ng mga words. Okay? And nakakapag-ask na rin po siya ng why. Okay? Why questions. Siyempre, mga basic stuff lang po, no? Like, ito yung mga times I remember na, kunyari, nasa kitchen ako, pati yung pag-open ko ng ref, tatanungin na ako ng anak ko, bakit ako nag-open ng ref. So, ito po yun. Ito po yung stage na yon. Okay? And, lastly, okay, minsan po, nagre-repeat pa sila ng words and sounds para makabuo ng sentence nila. Pero, ayun nga po, kaya na nilang mag-string ng 3 words in a sentence or in an utterance. Okay, so yun po ang mga speech and language milestones, mga major or prominent skills that we can observe on our child from 1 to 3 years old. Alright, so sa mga parents who are thinking if their child has a speech delay or if their child is in need of speech therapy, yan, kamusta po sila? Kamusta po yung observation ninyo sa kanila? Okay, na-note po ba ninyo ano yung mga hindi pa nila nade-demonstrate or gaano po kadami, gaano po kalayo from their age? Okay, so ngayon po, i-discuss ko din, okay, kung if you decide to consult a professional, ano po yung mga steps, okay, na gagawin ninyo. Alright? Pero, sa part 2 na po yan ng video ko. Okay? So, I hope nakatulong po sa inyo yung information na na-discuss ko and sana po mas maging proactive po tayo in terms of seeking for professional help or consultation. Mas maganda na po yung maagapan natin kung meron talagang need yung anak natin for intervention kaysa po masayang yung panahon. As I've mentioned nga po kanina, di ba, yung peak of communication development, 1 to 3 years old. After po nung age na yon, mas marami na pong higher skills na magde-develop or are expected from them, especially those skills that they need for academics, okay, or for school. So, syempre po kung wala pa po yung basic skills or the foundational skills, maapektuhan din po yung higher skills. Okay, and we want to avoid that, okay, or we want to help your child para hindi po masyadong maging struggle sa kanya yung succeeding years. Alright, so that's all for this video and I hope you can also watch my other video, especially po yung part 2 nitong video on identifying red flags of a speech and language delay. Alright, and again, my name is Teacher Marian. I'm a Filipino speech and language pathologist. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye!